Hey friends, how's it going? I'm out here on Long Island, um, and it's the first few days of Pluto in Aquarius. So I wanted to come on here and do it's kind of like a little bit of my reflection on how things have been going. Um, I still have that weird sense of peacefulness. Obviously, it's gorgeous here. Like, you can see the where I'm at. It's like super, super pretty. There are some swans out there. You'll see if they're still there later. I wanted to talk a little bit about um, people pleasing and personal power and the Age of Aquarius, which is what we're moving into right now. Um, I know that a lot of you guys have heard a lot of the talk on YouTube about Pluto moving into Aquarius from Capricorn, and that's a big deal because it's a new 20-year cycle. But I think what people should also really understand about that is that it's actually one part of a much bigger cycle, which is also part of another bigger cycle and another bigger cycle and another bigger cycle. And a lot of this has to do with Age of Aquarius. You probably heard the song. Um, I am not an expert on this. I would really recommend you guys listen to Heather Unsworth. She's fantastic about the processional cycles. A lot of different cultures have a lot of different names for various cycles that we move through. Major cycles. I'm talking, I think the age of Pisces was maybe 2,000 years long, but that's just one tiny snippet of what I'm talking about right now. Sorry, this dog is on my lap. I would show the dog to you, but she's not mine. I'm dog sitting. Anyway, so let's just keep this conversation just briefly about what it means when we're moving from the age of Pisces, which is started around the time of Christ. I'm not a Christian. I just, for time reference. Um, and it's ending. People disagree when exactly, but anywhere from the 80s until 2030 something. And that's when we move into the age of Aquarius. Some people say we're already in the age of Aquarius. Um, there's a lot of things to know about it, but one thing that is striking me about it at this particular time is that just intuitively, the hit that I'm getting is that we're moving from a time of restriction and control into a time of freedom. And obviously, we're seeing that everywhere, we're seeing that around us. But one thing I wanted you guys to think about, something that I've been thinking about, is how we can be more free in our own lives. And one way that I've been trying to do that is by not people pleasing. um, I think a lot of us, especially women, everyone, but women in particular, have struggled with people pleasing, especially when you're dealing with restrictive societies that tell you that you need to be someone who makes other people comfortable and makes sure that everyone around you is happy and comfortable and safe, even at the detriment of your own safety and comfort. So oftentimes, let's say you're in a conversation with someone and they're saying, like, this person is wrong, I'm right. Um, and you're kind of sitting there sort of expected to agree, even though you might not agree, or you might not know enough about the situation to agree. Oh, sorry, the dog. If you are just agreeing for the sake of agreeing, and I'm not talking about someone who's been an actual, victim of violence, and you're showing empathy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody who's in their ego mind and just wanting you to agree that they're right, and this other person they're telling you about in this situation is wrong. And you're like, yeah, they're so wrong, you're so right. You know, you're just validating their worldview of I'm right and they're wrong. And that is, first of all, it's a worldview based on the false self, ego self, the need to control, the need to have everyone do everything the way you want to be done, which is not how we're moving. But you're also giving your power away. You're giving your power away in that situation. Can you just sit and listen and be present? Oh boy. Sit and listen, be present, have an open heart. The conversation will flow in the way it flows because information wants to be free. That's what it means to be moving into the age of Aquarius. Information wants to be free. We want to be free. This is a small example, but when you get into the bigger examples of it, you're starting to talk about propaganda, disinformation, information as a weapon of war, media narratives, information used to control, as opposed to information like here on YouTube, where the only person deciding what's right and wrong on YouTube is you. There's so much out here. You got to use your discernment and figure out what hits you right in the gut and what feels wrong. You hear people say that a lot here on YouTube in the spiritual community. Take what resonates, but it's turned into sort of like I have to say that, and it doesn't really mean anything anymore when we hear it. But honestly, that's one of the biggest spiritual lessons out there. You are your own media. You decide what's right, what's wrong, what's a story, what's the narrative, what's real, what's fake. And the time, the age of Pisces, when other people decided that for you, the media, etc., that is over now. And if it's not over, it will be soon. The media is in shambles. It's crumbling, at least the way it was, because information wants to be free. We want to be free. So what I would say, how to relate that back to people pleasing, is that you really are contributing to someone's false ego self and to someone's sense of control when you people please, or when you contribute to their false selves, their false sense of control when you people please. So don't play into that if you can help it. I know there's certain circumstances where it's necessary to survive, which I've been in that situation before. Fawning or whatever they call it. But that's not the way we're designed to be. We're designed to not be in survival mode. We're designed to be powerful. So if you're in a situation and you are able to, don't people please, don't play into somebody's sort of false sense of righteousness. Those are narratives of power and control that are on the way out. And when we people please, we reinforce them. There's a lot more to the Age of Aquarius, but that was just sort of what was coming into my head today. So I wanted to share that with y'all. It's going to be a crazy, crazy journey, and I'm here for it. I'm really excited. I'm ready. I hope you guys are too. Love you. Blessed be.